All right, so we've gone from setting up the processor, the connectivity, power, link, 3D. We've got a 3D image. Now, the very last step, or one of the last steps towards completing our installation is actually checking the emitter and the glasses and making sure they work. But prior to doing so, there is a step at 60 Hz that is required, and that is because of the very nature of 2D televisions or projectors. When you purchase a 3D television or a projector, when you operate a 3D content with that particular display, all the picture properties are very much grayscaled, and you don't have a lot of chances or capabilities of changing or manipulating or correcting the image that you get. That is the nature of 3D at present. However, when you're using a 2D projector or a television, the television is being, for a lack of better term, fraudulently made to believe that it's actually a 3D, because our processor is doing that, telling the player that you're actually operating with a 3D television. However, the processing that's taking place on a 2D content level continues to do so even at 3D, because it's not an intelligent television, i.e. it's not a 3D television, so it does not really understand what signal to simply let go as its native format, and not manipulate or interpolate the signal and let it just be viewed in its native format. Here, right now, what I'm seeing, and obviously I can't tell very much because I haven't got my glasses on, but I know that there is some correction required here before I go to my emitter and make corrections. And this is very important for 60 Hz. Now, I will take my remote control, and I'll go to my menu, and I'll go to my setup. And I happen to be in the picture mode, just to give you an idea. Right, here's a channel, there's a picture. I come out on my picture modes, and I go up to the very top. And, well, here's the very top. My aspect ratio, 69, that's fine. I do not worry about the picture wizard. Energy saving. Now, on this particular television, given the fact that I've got a backlight option and an energy saving option, and you may not have both of them, you might have just one, either you have a backlight, and in most cases you will have energy saving in the newer models in the last several years, then I would go and select that, and I will make that maximum if I don't have backlight. But in this case, given the fact that I have backlight, I will leave it to minimum, because I will increase my backlight and I can then set the television the way I want it for the 3D contents. So I did that. Beyond that, very important is the picture mode. Now, the game mode, if you happen to have on your television, that is the ideal mode that you would like to select, because that does the least amount of processing on the signal. So I'll go and have a look and see if I have a game mode. Yes, indeed, I do. So I shall select that. If I don't have that, I will try the standard mode or possibly cinema mode, and may even be then I will be resort to vivid mode, and I'll just have to work my emitter settings and the other settings on my remote control right here on the television and make it work. But right now, given the fact that I have game mode available, I select that. Backlight is 100%. There, which is what I want. So that's perfect. Energy saving is minimum. Game mode is the picture mode that I selected. Backlight is 100%. Contrast and brightness, I am going to leave that as it is. In fact, I might just take and put them at 50 level, an even number on both, and start off with that. And I could come back, and which I might, after I've done my emitter settings, and if I need to further fine-tune or tweak the picture to be even better, then I'll come back and play with the contrast and brightness. But those are more subjective values. It will depend on the user, and depending on who's watching. Like Kevin might actually like to have that, a brighter picture, a 3D picture, because he's used to bright pictures. Then his settings are going to be different than Ashita. Ashita might want a bit darker image because she prefers to have a more dense, dark 3D image compared to the lighter image. So that again, we'll leave it. Sharpness and all that, I don't need to worry about that. I do need to go to the advanced control. And mind you, now in the game mode, as I mentioned, the game mode does the least amount of processing on that signal. And look, all the values are in off position. To give you an example, I'll come out of this, I'll go back to the menu, I'll go back to setup, and that was roundabout a long ways. Doing that I could have done probably a bit faster, but here I'll go to the picture mode again, and I'll come here, and I'll select, instead of game, I'll select vivid. What? No, I've selected vivid. And let's go and see what happens to advanced settings. You see the difference? All my advanced settings are dynamic contrast, dynamic color, clear white, scan, noise reduction, super realism, all of them are on position. Something's happening. This is not what we want to see. So if you don't have the game mode, you'll come here and turn each one off. So I am going to go back here to close out of here. I'd say gamma level and black level are the other two that we'll talk about it. In this case, medium and low, gamma level, these are fine. I will leave those two as such. I will not change those, provided that after I've gone through the emitter setting, and if I really want to tweak it further, I can come and change the gamma and black level to either make the picture brighter or reduce that tiny bit of flicker that is still left from having gone through the fine tuning. So I close out of here and I'm back here, and I will go back and I will change this to the game mode, and I'll leave that. So that is my setting for the display. The projectors operate very much the same way. So if what I've done here is what you'll do with a projector, that's what you will do with any display that you have. You just want to make certain that if you have a game mode, that's what you select. And if you don't, whatever mode you select, you want to ensure that at the end of the day, the advanced settings, the noise reduction, everything is off. Your backlight is 100%. If you don't have a backlight, then go to your energy saving mode. And most often you have it on intelligent sensor. Remove that from intelligent sensor and put it to maximum. And that will help with the flicker issue that you might come across. So now at this point, we are set to go to the glasses and emitter. And once again, all televisions, projectors should be handled pretty much the same way. If you have any additional questions, we have some other instructions and guidelines that are available on the website, and feel free to contact 3D Now, and someone will be able to help you through it should your settings be different than what they are. But this should set everything up.